You're staring at a welder sitting in the corner of your garage and you have no idea where to start. Maybe you bought it on a whim, maybe someone gave it to you, maybe you've just always wanted to learn. Either way, MIG welding looks intimidating the first time you stand in front of a machine like that. All those knobs, the wire, the gas tank, the helmet, it feels like a lot before you've even struck an arc. But here's the truth, MIG is actually the easiest process to learn for a complete beginner. It's the one process where you can lay a decent bead within your first hour of practice. I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to know to get started the right way. Let's talk about setup first, because this is where most beginners go wrong before they even weld anything. Your machine needs to be dialed in for the thickness of metal you're working with. Most entry-level MIG welders have a chart right on the door of the machine. Use it. It tells you what voltage setting and wire speed to start at for a given metal thickness. That chart is not decorative, it is your starting point every single time. Next is your gas, and yes, you need gas for proper MIG welding. The most common mix for beginners is 75% argon, 25% CO2. This gives you a clean, stable arc and a smooth bead with very little spatter. Make sure your regulator is set somewhere between 15 and 25 cubic feet per hour. Too low and you get porosity in the weld, too high and you're just wasting gas. Now let's talk about the wire itself. For most mild steel projects, you want .030 ER70S 6 wire. It's forgiving, it runs clean, and it works well with that 75-25 gas mix we just talked about. Before you ever pull the trigger, practice your motion first. Hold the gun at about a 10 to 15 degree angle, called your travel angle, pointing back into the weld. You're going to push or pull the gun along the joint, and for beginners, pushing is usually easier to learn. Keep your contact tip about 3/8 to half an inch from the surface. That's your stick out. Too much stick out and your arc goes unstable. Too little and you'll burn back into the tip. Now the moment you've been waiting for, actually striking an arc, get your auto darkening helmet on, position the gun, take a breath and squeeze the trigger. You're going to hear a sound and that sound tells you everything. A good MIG weld sounds like bacon frying in a pan, a consistent, steady crackling. If it's popping and sputtering, your wire speed is probably too low or your voltage is too high. If it's harsh and screechy, try bumping your voltage down a little. Chase that bacon frying sound and you are dialing in your settings the right way. As you weld, watch the puddle. Not the arc, the puddle behind it. That molten pool tells you if you're moving at the right speed. If the puddle is getting wide and flat, you're moving too slow. If it looks thin and ropey, you're moving too fast. Aim for a puddle that's roughly twice the width of your wire, nice and consistent as you travel. One of the biggest beginner mistakes is not cleaning the metal before welding. Mill scale, rust, paint, oil, any of that contamination will destroy your weld quality. Grab an angle grinder or a wire brush and get down to bare shiny metal before you start. It takes 2 extra minutes and it makes a massive difference in the result. Practice on flat plate first before you ever move to an actual joint. Run bead after bead, adjust one setting at a time, and listen for that sound. When your flat beads look consistent, move to a butt joint, then a fillet weld in the corner of 2 pieces. Each position teaches you something new about controlling the puddle. MIG welding is genuinely a skill you can develop fast if you put in the repetitions. Most people feel genuinely confident after just a few weekends of focused practice. If you want to go deeper on this, we have a full step-by-step beginner course linked below. It covers machine setup, joint types, common mistakes, and how to weld thicker material as you progress. Click the link, grab the course, and go turn that machine in your garage into something you're actually proud of.